YouTube, y'all become with the fear of space. Listen, I ain't gonna lie, I don't fear space, but I don't like space either. I don't like space. I don't like the ocean. Like I just like anything. I don't even like life. Like I don't like stuff I don't understand. Like I love life, but at the same time, I be sitting here and I be like, bro, so you mean to tell me, out of all other planets in the world, or in our universe, or our Milky Way, we the only one alive and just floating? Like, what? How? Why? What is happening? And we gotta work. We got jobs. What is happening? Like it don't even make sense. Like what is we doing? Just like people don't even make sense to me. So I barely like people. Like I be like the stuff y'all be talking about don't even make logical sense. Like y'all be worried about bull job. I'll be like, what? Like I don't know, man. I might be an old person, a young body. Like I've been saying that since I've been alive. Like I might be stupid old, just in a young body. I don't get it. Cause y'all just be doing stuff I would never understand and talking about stuff that I would never get. Like why are we not talking about more about the ocean? Like we talking about some celebrity beef or some other stuff. Like, but what's down there? What's up there? Like we need to be spending all our time up and down. That's it. And I don't know, bro. No, let's go ahead and get to the video. I could talk about this all day. See, like I don't like how it's quiet. Like why I click the video this quiet?
This footage is the first ever recorded footage of the Earth from space.
That looks
As the image
insanely
distorts
scary.
and you're felt straying away from the planet Earth, a certain consternation is felt. Almost like you fell into a deep pool of water and you're slowly straying further away from the surface, straying away from what is known, from what isn't nothing. Whilst this footage is nothing spectacular in the world of astronomy, it highlights the feeling of impending terror that space portrays. Its vast emptiness is more than just lonely, it's constricting.
Wait, so this is like that's a real footage? Like genuinely? Oh my god. What the
Seeing the pure and utter powerful size of empty space in our universe is so perplexing that it twists my throat into circles. It's as if the universe is slapping us in the face saying, your simple body couldn't possibly dare to imagine the sheer size and complexity of my
That's what I be
creation.
saying.
And it would be right, because the truth is, space is horrendously scary.
It's just stupid big for no reason. It's just there. We don't. I thought we don't have enough conversations about space or the ocean. What is happening in either of them? Why is the ocean so big and why is space so big? Like what is happening in space right now? Like Jim, like is there some like other beings like us that can think like us, drive? Do they have jobs? Is jobs even a thing? Do they have rent, mortgages? Why do we pay for stuff? Like I genuinely need these answers. And some stuff. Who built the pyramids? Like, bro, I see. I'm starting. I'm finished on my nerd side. Like genuinely, like this. So I study this stuff. I genuinely have sat here at my own time, looked at all this, and still been like, what? Like genuinely, I'm lost.
It is until you compare the planet Earth to others that you realize we have a perfect planet. Jupiter, a gas giant. A planet made of thick, never-ending storms. There is no surface on Jupiter. Its massive scale consists of deep, heavy gas. You cannot land a probe on Jupiter because it will fall into the gas for days until it is burnt and crippled, essentially getting dissected by air. I'm sure the raging red spot of the storm on Jupiter is nothing new to anyone watching. A storm that has lasted for at least 400 years and potentially longer. A storm that itself spans a wider distance than the Earth itself. Imagine a heavy raging storm bigger than the Earth, all of which is heavy gas ripping anything near it apart. A storm so big that it puts our Earth to shame. Everything that we know, love, see, feel, smell, and think all exists on planet Earth. And the fact that a storm, just a storm, on another giant planet puts our entire existence to shame is embarrassing. Similar patterns can be seen with Saturn and Neptune, the other two gas giants in our solar system. Worlds of nothing but storms and chemical reactions. Storms that can reach up to 1,000 miles per hour. Storms that would tear your muscle fibers off one by one. But the scary thing is, this is just one example of one planetary system. Space is chaos, but there are more than trillions of planets, many more, each with their own chaos. The sheer complexity of size of planets in just our galaxy alone makes you think, what other monsters are lurking in the shadows, indulging in heavy sighs and chaos on the daily? What is happening behind the scenes in our universe? The sheer size of some of these planets and the chaos that each and one of them participate in is actually quite spectacular. But if you think planets even shine as much of a laser pointer on the unbelievable backdrop of our more intense celestial objects, you would find that you are catastrophically naive. Because ultimately, our bigger celestial counterparts shine and behave so drastically intense that they themselves are making a statement to the universe that they are the definition of power. A star, as we know from our sun, to put simply, is a luminous ball of gas composed of mostly hydrogen and helium, held together by its own gravity. Stars are unbelievable. They shine for eons and create a habitable zone for planets to play. Stars are the reason we are alive as humans. Without our sun, we wouldn't even be close to existing. The sun is incomprehensible, and most stars are incomprehensible.
And that's why stuff that people be bragging and talking about don't even make logical sense. Like, I have more money than you. Nigga, money don't even matter. Like in the grand scheme of life, like just genuine life. What is money? Like, what is money? What is, bruh? Like, oh my God, I don't think y'all understand. Like, everything we know, love, fought for, history, just everything. It's so crazy of how, like, it's just, I can't even put it into words. Like, it's crazy. Like, I want to leave a mark on this earth. Do you know how small we is? But it's so cool. Like, it's so fire that we so small. That's why I respect ants, bro. Like, how you gonna look down? Like, see that if you pick on ants or anything smaller than you, that's how I know you're not a real one, bro. Cause like it don't even make sense. Cause ants, that's the whole world, right? So that's like a planet or some beings smarter, bigger than us, just flicking Earth. We're God. We're done. Y'all ever seen it's a Horton by Dr. Seuss, bro? Put everything into perspective. Like, that movie is literally like this. What we live in. It's literally this.
Huge, millions of times bigger than the Earth. Sometimes I feel the numbers don't really portray how big the sun truly is. Like, okay, who cares? 1 million times bigger. Yeah, I get it. Woohoo,
That is
big
insane.
sun. So I always feel that a visual representation is
Show
a
me,
proper
please.
way to show the true scale of these things. This is the Earth comparable next to the sun.
Bombastic, nigga. That's the sun. That's the sun. That's how big the sun is. Like, genuinely, that's how big the sun is. What the, bruh? If this is not blowing y'all minds, I don't know what will. Like, that's the sun. What we see every day. What I'm like, damn, it's hot as hell. That's the sun. That's crazy. That's actually that is scary. Bruh, it's just not crazy to y'all. Is y'all not shaking in your boots? Like shaking in your timbers? Your Timbs? Your loafers? This is crazy. This is bombastic. This is crazy.
All I felt when seeing this is fear. Again,
Literally,
that is
crazy.
everything we know and love on one speck of matter compared to the sun. Ridiculous sizes like these are what lead my fear of space. But what if I were to tell you that the sun is unbelievably small, laughably small, so tiny that it seems like an atom in the eyes of the even bigger? What I'm about to show you is an image that evoked a sense of hopelessness and fear inside my soul.
Okay.
It's an image of the sun compared to one of the biggest known stars in the observable universe.
Oh, God.
UY Scooty.
I hate this music. I'm like, did y'all not just feel a sense of chills go down your ribs and spine? And I ain't even seen the full image. I'm not even looking at the full image yet. Oh my god. Oh my god.
The pure monstrosity.
Oh my god. What are we? Yo, what is life? What is it? What is this? Is this? It's what I pick up and call my mom, my girl, my brother. It's like these experiences that we know that we call life. But yo, what is this? This is crazy. This is actually crazy. I don't even what? I can't even get words out. The things that we know, we love, we care about, we our beliefs. I don't even know, bro. Like what? Bro, I don't know what you believe in, right? But God, like when we tell God like our like problems or whatever, he must laugh. He's like, oh boy, do you know how small? Like he just like, yo, like this is crazy to me. Like, what the?
Like sizes of
This
these
is
celestial
crazy.
objects is unfathomable. To see the size of our Earth alone compared to something like the Sun and still have the biggest thing in our solar system be dwarfed significantly is a statement once again from the universe that we are nothing. UY Scuti is 325 million miles deep. Yes, 325 million miles of nothing but a hot hydrogen and helium pool of convection and radiation. If you were to somehow construct a suit that would allow you to safely go deep into this massive star, you would most likely feel that at a certain point, the star itself is the new universe. The universe doesn't mess around with size, because even what you just saw, UY Scuti the star, is absolutely tiny. If you compare it to things like Ton 618, the biggest black hole, or S5 the quasar, it isn't even a speck of dust. Trying to conceptualize and explain size any further than this is absolutely pointless, as our feeble brains cannot give it the actual justice that it deserves. For a couple quick mind-wrecking references, you can fit our entire solar system all the way out to the orbit of Neptune, which is measured to be roughly 80 astronomical units wide inside of Ton 618 32 times laterally. And for one last quick comparison, Ton 618 is 2,606 astronomical units wide.
What does that even mean?
Now, if we compare that to just 1% of the diameter of a galaxy, you could fit 23,000 Ton 618s laterally inside just 1% of the Milky Way galaxy. And I'm sorry to completely kill your ego, but the Milky Way galaxy is a feeble, useless speck of nothing in comparison to the clusters, which are nothing compared to the superclusters, and so on. But let's step away from size, because it's obvious that our universe is huge. But on the other hand, it's actually quite breathtakingly beautiful. While we might not understand this...
Bro, there gotta be somebody like to think there's nothing else in this world besides us, or this whatever this is, the universe, the whatever you want to call it. It's bombastic, like spirit something. I don't care what it is, it's something. This is crazy. To think that I even thought I understood life is crazy. I understand this life. I don't understand that. What is that? There's so many unanswered questions that we never gonna know the answer to. Like me, when I was younger, I used to want to know everything. Then I got older and realized how scary knowing everything is. That's a bar. Like, to know everything is beyond scary. Alright, we don't even know everything on this earth that we reside in. So just to think about the universe. Oh my God, boy, what? This is crazy.
The scale of it very well, I think everyone can at least acknowledge the beauty of the stars we see in our night sky.
Facts.
Everyone has had at least one experience of looking up at the stars at night and just
Unless you're in the city.
But the problem doesn't lie in the stars. Ironically, few people dare to realize the strikingly obvious monster that lies right next to them, right in front of our eyes at all times.
What is this? Void? The void?
2.5 million light years is the space between our Milky Way galaxy and our closest neighboring galaxy, Andromeda. Let's imagine we wanted to travel to Andromeda. It takes light 2.5 million years to travel between our galaxies. That scale is freaky. So are there any pit stops you can take on the way? Nope. Is there anything at all? Nuh-uh. It's all gas and vast open space. Once you leave the Milky Way galaxy, you are met with a dark, cold, vast space of nothing for 2.5 million years. Pure darkness. The reason this idea of pure vast nothingness scares me so much is because of how our brains work. We cannot handle the thought of essentially nothing.
We can't even think about nothing. Like nothing. Like nothing. Like zilch. Just like nothing. Just black. It's not even. Oh my boy. It's not even fathomable. It's not even. You can't calculate that. Like to think of nothing. Elon. Hey, shout out to you, dog. But bro, we need you to figure this out. I need you, like shout out, salute to you, whatever you're doing. But yo, can you solve nothing? What is happening in the waters? What's happening in the sky? What's going on?
And the vast dark spaces between celestial objects is the closest thing you can get to nothing. I'm not just talking about the spaces between galaxies either. Even the spaces between stars inside the galaxies are so vast that it's incomprehensible. Vastness has a certain taste to it. It's not bitter, it's not sweet at all. It doesn't really taste like anything but fear. It's kind of like the fear of the ocean and the massive unknown drop-off cliffs in the deep sea. However, space is much bigger, and the drop-offs never end. And it's not so much unknown as it is lonely. Because the truth is, space is horrifically lonely. Every single part of it. Just like the sun versus the UI Scooty picture, I want to show you a picture. A picture that perfectly describes what I'm talking about. It's a picture of what is commonly referred to as a super void. This is Boots Void, and for reference to scale, it is 330 million light years across. 330 million light years of essentially nothing. Boots Void makes up for 2% of the entire universe. 2% of the universe is a deep, unknown void of nothing. Fear, dismay, and discomfort is all I feel when imagining the center of such things. What is in that void? Why is it so lonely? That vastness is crippling. Everything in space is this vast, separated by long distances of nothing. Distances that we as humans couldn't possibly dream of crossing. Invisible barriers that laugh in our faces and spit on our spacefaring dreams. And to add to even more of the hopelessness to this already seemingly depressing fact, everything is growing farther apart as we speak. Because the universe is constantly expanding. And as the universe expands, like a balloon, everything in it stretches and becomes farther apart. And at certain points, these voids will grow so big and the universe will expand so far that we won't even be able to reach another galaxy, as it will be moving away too fast for us to catch up. So the only thing we will have is ourselves, surrounded by an infinite and seemingly growing void that advises us to stay where we are. But we may plead and ask for mercy from the universe, but it won't stop, and over the course of billions and trillions of years, the universe will grow, and it will wait. And while the scale of vast empty space is scary in and of itself, as the universe continues to
And then what if we did catch up, right? Say that we did catch up. What would greet us? What would meet us? What would be there? What's in these other universes? Who? What? When? Does time work differently there? Is it 2025? Is it 2025 this year? Bruh. bro. I'm not finna even go to, what if, right? I'm just throwing out something, just something came to mind. What if there's like a universe, right, that's working from backwards, Like, it just, everything that's happening now has been happening, but it's working backwards until like the Big Bang. Like, just that's crazy. Oh my god, I don't even want to. Nope, dude.
Trudge through time with no stoppage. Not only will the distances become a problem, but everything else will too. Because with enough time, everything will slowly start to burn away. The stars and the black holes and planets all have a limited amount of energy to burn. Once the universe starts its clock, it doesn't stop, and it waits. And the true and perfect horror of the universe becomes time.
Final chapter. The death of our universe. Oh my god.
13 billion years is the age of our universe. In our age, we were luckily born in an era of rampant star growth and intense celestial events. We are observing and participating in the universe's first steps, but unfortunately, it will likely never be this way again. According to the heat death, or also called slow death theory, the universe will continue to expand, and as it expands, everything will continue to prosper. Over time, however, and I mean a long time, the raw materials required to make stars and black holes and everything alike will be exhausted out into empty space, into colder and wider areas where it's not possible for hot and dense star formation to occur. And once the universe gets to this point, it will face a poisoning demise, where star formation will come to a halt. It will be faced with the intense reality that it will meet a...
And that's the thing to me, right? How do we know that we haven't even already been there? Like, we haven't even... Like, what if, right? We already going through that. Like, genuinely, like, we already, like, doing that already. Like, stars already, like, the sun, everything's already leaving, it's gone. Like, how do we know it's not even, like, we're not in the process of that already? Or is it like life? Like, we been doing that since the beginning of time. Jesus.
Cold, dark death. But this will take a really long time to happen, right, SPDS, right? You couldn't be more right. In fact, I would argue that the scale of time is the most brutal one, because with this scale, infinity is no longer a concept. It's a derivable truth. But some objects will meet their demise much faster than others. Consider supergiant stars. You would think the biggest stars would last the longest, right? Well, actually, they live the shortest lives due to their intense gravity and unstable nature. They're likely to explode and go supernova or exhaust their energy at a very fast rate. They could even become black holes through the right conditions. These are likely the first things to say goodbye to.
So
most things like supergiant...
So our sun is going to be the first thing to go? Oh my god. Do you... Oh my... Yo, do y'all know how insanely scary that is? Like, even though we might not be here, or we might, who knows? But to think that's even a possibility. Oh my god. That's crazy.
Stars and most other celestial objects will decay fairly quickly in the grand scheme of things. However, there are 3 celestial objects that will hold on much longer. 3 objects that will face the void head on. So I would like to introduce you to our candidates for eternity. The brave heroes that will valiantly trudge towards the end of the universe. The final objects that will make a stand once all star formation stops. Firstly, we have black holes, the fan favorite. These stubborn balls of theoretically infinite density will be one of the last standing celestial objects ever. Second, we have the underdog, white dwarfs. These stars are the remnants of great stars that exhausted most of their energy and just remain as pitiful ancient balls of gas that emit so little energy due to their low luminosity and low size. Thirdly, we have black dwarfs, the final product of a fully exhausted dwarf star. A ball of gas that will likely turn into almost solid iron. More on these guys later because they will prove to be very important.
What?
According to physicists, it is estimated to take upwards of 100 trillion years into the future for all star formation to stop and all raw space material exhausts into nothing. So let's begin our thought experiment there, when all star formation comes to a halt. Let's start with white dwarfs. According to physicists, white dwarfs can actually burn for trillions of years as well, and the smallest and most low output ones could possibly survive for up to quadrillions of years. But eventually they will die, likely going supernova or possibly turning into a black dwarf. You probably see where I'm going with these guys. This timescale is unbelievable, but we are just barely scratching off the tip of the iceberg. Because the truth is, I lied. White dwarfs are easily taking last place here, and it's not even close. While they ran a good life, the true race between black holes and black dwarfs begins. Black holes are what I view as endgame objects, because they're so intimidating and so scary for good reason. These ridiculous balls of mystery are so dense and so heavy that having them decay is like telling a kid with ice cream to throw it in the ground. Nearly impossible. But as all things have to, these too will eventually decay. According to Hawking radiation, black holes decay, but just very, very, very slowly. Picture it like this. According to quantum physics, there are two particles constantly popping in and out of existence on a normal basis. Antiparticle and a normal particle. I know this sounds crazy, but bear with me. Now, if these particles were to pop in and out of existence right next to a black hole's event horizon, theoretically, one of the particles can get sucked into the black hole whilst the other will perfectly and barely escape. This actually makes the black hole lose an ever so slightly minuscule amount of mass, so tiny that it will never be noticeable for trillions of years. But they do decay, and that's important because infinity doesn't care. As long as they decay at all, their fate is all the same. The theoretical amount of time it would take for a black hole to decay under these rules is scary. The time would be roughly somewhere between 2 times 10 to the power of 93 or a Google years. This is ridiculous, because at this point in the universe, everything else would have decayed, galaxies would have dissipated, stars would have all died. Everything would be gone and forgotten, except these black holes that are silently buzzing towards the end of time. So I actually lied. Black dwarfs aren't even in the picture of black holes, because they don't even come close. In fact, they will last so much longer than black holes that it is actually embarrassing for the black holes to even try to compare. Black dwarfs are pretty much a fully dead white dwarf. These guys are on the final stage of a star, completely exhausted. They do decay, but it's so insignificant that it's almost immeasurably small. These guys give off almost no heat or light, and they are ancient. These poor guys will have to endure for so long, and eventually they will have to go supernova. But the timescale that it will take for this to happen is paralyzingly ridiculous. So, let's take a journey into the unfathomable for one last time, as we watch the final stand of black dwarfs and their statement to the universe. I know this sounds like science fiction, but these stupid little stars will theoretically exist for 10 to the power of 32,000 years once everything else is gone. That is 32,000 zeros. All of that once everything else in the universe has already disappeared. The universe will be single-handedly vacated by these black dwarfs that separate each other with unbelievable distances. These cold, baseless, almost pointless stars will float through the rest of existence as the final stand of our universe, as the last form of tangible entropy, as the remnants of us and what we once had. Eventually, however, these stars too will die and go supernova. After an almost infinite amount of time, these poor celestial statements will be put to rest with a tiny but infinitely powerful bang that will light up the universe once more as it once was, almost forgettably infinite ago. As the final black dwarfs go supernova, their fireworks throughout the vast wasteland of nothing will give hope to a potential new beginning. But as the universe has always done, it will wait, and it will watch as these ancient remnants of the past give way to the final ending of our reality. It will watch as the final black dwarf explodes and opens the path to eternity. Because from the beginning of time, the universe has waited. It has waited so patiently from its conception. It has waited for the first stars, the first planet, planet Earth. It has waited for you, waited for your bus stop, waited for your life, waited for all the stars to die, all the black holes to die, all the black dwarfs to die. It has waited all the same, and on a much more infinite level than we could ever imagine. And as the last black dwarf explodes, the universe can now rest, because now it has reached its ultimate contribution. So, it smiles.
Oh my god, yo. I might need therapy after this. What the? Yo, this is crazy. Why did I watch this? Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. I don't know what to say. Yo, that is, bro. I just feel like I watched the craziest thing of my life. Yo, just keep smiling, bro. Go through your life just enjoying it. Genuinely, that's all you could do. You matter. And just have fun, bro. That's all life is, bro. Just having fun, dog. Like, what is fun is whatever we decided it was on this earth. Everything we know, love, smile, act, experience is on this earth. We have beautiful things on this earth. Beautiful places, beautiful women, beautiful men, beautiful.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Everything. No pause on that, but like, just know, bro. We got a lot of beautiful people out here, man. Beautiful things that we can experience, bro. So don't go never for a second to think none of this matter, bro. It does, bro. It does to us. As long as it matters to something or someone or something, it matters, bro. I love y'all. Smile, bro. Have fun. Have fun. That's what I'm gonna keep doing. I see y'all boys and girls. This video, we out.